This is FG back with part 8 of EU4 Anbennar. Today, we're going to just be continuing with our mission tree. Down here. Okay. Also, Serpent's Rod showed up, so we're going to have to deal with that. And, let's see, what were the provinces I was developing? Okay. Yeah. Still purging half-orcs. Didn't we? No. Guess we didn't fabricate a claim on them. Or we had one that expired. One of those two. We're going to lose the prestige because we would really like our Diplo mana. Good city management. That's rather odd. Goblin refugees. Let them in. Okay, what else do we need? Okay, collect from trade. Or collect from Harpyland. Transfer trade. Our Gordstone levels up. We'll take the construction cost. Gorburad levels up. Okay, just a little bit more and we'll be done with that. This is also developed. Might actually go for this one instead since that already has 4. Okay. Now we just need one more province. Probably actually turn the development here off and come over here, unless there's any iron developing provinces. No. Don't think there's any over here either. Gorvazumbrung, yep, that has the required development, yep. Okay, so I guess we will be developing this area. Rot seems to slow. That. Yeah, Busolar probably has a bigger fleet, so we're going to park ours. Transfer to Bahar. Yeah, also, oh no, we can't do that, we're developing. To retrieve the loot. Got the loot. Yeah, I don't have any decent cores. needs to be... Once we get to level 5, we'll be able to do a mission, so I'm gonna try and level that up a little bit. Mystic Ciphers. Not great. We'll do the mechanical boys. Our chronicler has told us of a powerful dwarven sorcerer by the name of Ithneir, whose legend claimed he has hidden some of his treasure within these parts of the Serpent Spine. Often he tried to convince the expedition to search for the fabled riches, but often there were more pressing matters to attend to. Recently, however, following a time of few expeditionary successes, our explorers are more and more inclined to finally search for it. Scouts have been sent into the dark to search for signs of the wondrous mage. Mages are turning their wands to recognize magical signatures, and our chroniclers are poring over his scrolls and parchments looking for the exact location. Iconography attached to the time of Ithneir. The emblem is linked to the infamous Windsmith clan. It did not take our mages long to find the magically concealed wall behind which the horde of Ithneir gleams at us. Our soldiers ready their bags and chests when the chronicler speaks. There is, of course, a possibility that Ithneir might have cursed the horde in order to punish anyone trying to take it by force. The soldiers fall silent and look at the expedition leader for a decision. We just take it. Okay, we get some loot. Finally, we got rid of all the half-orcs. And we also want to start... Okay, we can take that spy network off. Oh god, that hurts. What do we want? We're actually gonna see if we can find a missionary. Just to get these conversions done a little quicker. Okay, we want to take missionary strength. Okay, yeah. Truce with Grombar has ended. Good. Yeah, I'll give tolerance to elves. Gelatinous cube. Let's attempt to retrieve the loot. Should get a lot of loot from that expedition. Remember that didn't mean to click that, but I'll go ahead and do that. Our expedition will actually end up being more profitable because we spend money on it rather than we get more artisan infrastructure. Because we spent just straight cash on it rather than mana points. We will end up spending, or getting more mana points back. Onwards then. Yeah. So 750 cost, but really that's a lot less. to expand infrastructure also to bring the cost down. Great mushrooms, we need the food. Beautiful cavern profits. Okay. Want to declare war. We actually should just be able to create power actions, take on foreign debt. Declare war. Yeah, there we go. Let me bring another army up here. Just to be a little bit safer. And with this war, we're going to try and just grab everything we can out of the Serpent Spine from them. I don't know if anyone actually won the Wars of Consolidation. Okay, so declare war. Yeah, we'll go for Rails right. We're going to call into Gamber and Sirenvar. This guy's going to go up here. He's going to come over to this. We're actually going to split this army up. There, 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 there. Okay, we claim this. We're probably not going to end up repairing this tunnel because we don't actually want to open trade with Marhold, because we want to just keep as much of our trade as possible to funnel up to King's Rock. I believe it's actually called... I'm not sure. Let me just check what this is called. I'm not sure why it's called King's Rock. It might have been because the Swamp Ogres controlled it for a period of time. Okay. Healthy carrier. Run further experiments. We have the money to deal with that. So. Okay, now how much of the Serpent Spine can we take? We also would like to preferably take that, or take the roads and take that, so that cuts them off. And nobody really cares. Attempt to retrieve the loot. Disgusting. Holy Yorkat is now correct culture. We're going to take siege ability, because obviously. whole bunch of development over in Durvazatun as well. What do we want to develop? I guess. That should be. Yep, finding out. The discovery of the ancient workshop filled every kobold dwarf with anticipation for what might be possible with glass. It proved to be a very sturdy compared to known glass, and is unlike anything we have seen so far. The Enlightened Ten have already have vague ideas relating to metals, especially iron and mithril. It as such asked Orghelovar to ensure a steady supply of different qualities of metal. Purifying metal. Looking at the rubble, our experts have found little reason to believe this workshop worked with precious stones. The mystery material, therefore, must have been a result of combining glass, not with gems, but with a metal. The question now comes, which metal did they use? There are three main schools of thought. The first claimed that a glass alloy found only in the serpent spire would surely involve a material found only in the serpent spine, the most valuable mineral, mithril. The second group posits the craftsman would have done this with simpler materials that are more common and understood, iron. A third group is convinced there's something more niche that neither of our top metals, probably something in the caves, are rich with. I'm gonna search the caves. Money is not an issue to us. Hole digging operations. Whole Yorkad. Send one here, here, ostentatiously strike the carnal earth. Superb. I'll need to upgrade this later as well. And we want take this as well. Transfer trade. We want to come up here. This guy can move this way. Progress can't be hindered. We'll move this guy over to Esald. Remedy for the rot. We'll go with pristine fungi, or fungi. This guy can actually come back this way. We need to hold digging operation, Gore Vazenbrung, rebuild Dwarvar Rail. upgrade Dwarvar rail, and let me just find some place with cheap development. Sedvik. Upgrade Dwarvar rails. These guys can retreat. Progress can't be hindered. We're dealing pretty horrific casualties to them. Go to there. We want to also rebuild old Dwarvar rails. If we upgraded everything, it looks like we have. Our truce with them will be up in a few years. That'll be good. We accept the goblins. Urvixton. I might do a playthrough of them eventually. They got a mission tree. That's pretty interesting. Although, the second part of their mission tree, Black Casternor, is not done, so... Well, it's not specifically their mission tree, but any, Garudian who conquers Casternor can form, Black Casternor. We want... I think we want morale of armies, just to make our armies fight a little bit longer, because I've noticed that that's kind of been a little bit of an issue for us, is actually, holding out in battles. Oh, we lost our hegemon. I think that would be because Serpent's Rot is spreading. Who else are they at war with? What is this? There are more with Ibivar, and Vertex, along with just basically everyone. Technology useless, decrease of humans, accept more goblins. Okay. One guy's over there, this guy's over here. He can also come back. What are we looking at? Yeah, we'll take that. Alrighty. Are all my armies moving? This guy can move over here. Bat flu. Tend to the ill. Also need to actions, build spy network. Rail and Dagonrod upgraded. Growth beans. Can't be hindered. Put one right here. Truce with Corvuria has ended. Half-orcish majority purged. Good. Are we coring this? Yes. Start. Old digging operations. Yeah, we're gonna dig Mithratum. Mithratum is already finished, because of course it is. Want to deepen the capital. Let's go. I don't think you're really supposed to have the level of construction speed that we have, but it's alright. I think we actually probably want to make this a trade capital. Why am I not transferring it? I want to transfer it this way. For some reason it's not, even though this is my trade city. What if... collect trade... I guess I'm gonna reset that if that's not gonna work. Because what I wanted to do is transfer all of this up north. But if that's not gonna work, then I might as well leave it in Akbar rather than in King's Rock. I don't want to build that. Half-orcish majority flees. Good, we're purging. In about a year's time, we'll go ahead and finish off Mountain Shark. That'll also give us 2 of the gems to the Dwarf Crown. Or the Dwarkron, whatever. However you say it. Good riddance. Okay. We have our claim. No. What else? We'll just take manpower recovery speed. Hold digging operation. Yeah, Mithratum. No. And we want to take trade efficiency. Let them in. Our trader dies. Oh, tabbed out for a moment. do deepening the capital. Yeah, let's go. Digging operation. Skaldamir. Hold restoration. Orlium Mount is here. Vazatum. Orlum. Okay, who are they allied to? No, they won't do that. We need another commandant. Sure. I'll deal with a goblin. Protect trade in Bahar. Mithradim hold infrastructure. Could go regiment cost, metropolis, artisan. Go with the military. Lost hegemon. An alternative solution. The local cave system has proven very habitable for bats, and a number of gunpowder producers have cropped up in the area to refine the guano into explosives. The alchemists involved in that process have lent their minds and have a radical idea using a variant of the guano solution from which they extract a saltpeter as a chemical bath for a normal sheet of glass. The preliminary tests, though poorly attended, have produced better results than anything else we've tried. With some refinement to the solution and the soak methods, we'll be able to produce our own sapphire glass. Who would have thought of that? Recently, we succeeded in making our own sapphire glass. It took years to research it, but finally Orghelovar can confidently claim their glass is superior to every other glass. Not only can they modify certain attributes of glass, but also heavily influence its sturdiness. Now the Cobalt Dwarves can assert true dominance on the glass market to show what true glass looks like. Sapphire glass, so named for its blue tint that is a byproduct of its manufacture, has eliminated many of the drawbacks of glass. The saltpeter bath makes it harder than steel, and the increased strength allows us to manufacture it at a thickness that affords incredible flexibility. Our factories are producing glass of incredible quality, while methods that remain a trade secret of national importance. The age of Dwarven reclamation will soon be synonymous with the age of glass. This goes from has increased trade value, 16. Wow, that's pretty significant trade value. That's actually quite a lot. We let them in, because of course we do. I guess I can look around here. Look around the world a little bit. I turned off South Island here, as you guys probably remember, just it makes it easier to deal with. Vanbury Guild, I guess because it's part of, I don't know, it's weird that they even exist. Gomoport came out on top, the Tinker Gnomes. Haraf is getting a rework to its religions and everything. And I think a lot of regions are getting reworks to unit types and such. should now be able to, yes. Just noticed that. Alright. Time for Mountain Shark to finally go away. Declare war. There we go. Don't actually need to call any allies in. Future of science. Up the glass production. Dervaza tomb has been restored. Later died. Okay, there we go. We'll just revoke our cores as well. Avdol Azrael was once one of the most influential holds in Old Dwarvar and contributed a massive gem of pink agate to the dwarf crown, which sat upon the brow of the High King. All that is known about Avdol Azrael, though, is that it fell a long time ago and has not been rediscovered, except for a brief moment in 1410 by Fognir Azra. It lives on, however, in the form of agate of Azra, which sat up in the vaults of the Azra Bank until recently, when it conveyed home in the Serpent's Spire. It now belongs to us. The Coronium Crown. Even stripped of the bare gems that once adorned it, the bare dwarf crown remains a fearsome sight, adorned with platinum surfacing thanks to the dwarves of Haraz Ordhum. It was made of chromium, the heaviest metal in existence. Truly, it is a masterful piece of work. Even after we locate it, our smiths have restored it as best as they were able to, and will make a fine addition to our vaults. And who knows, if we are able to locate all the 7 gems that once studded its surface, we would have a convincing claim to the entirety of the Serpent Spine. Okay, we now click that. Restore the Dwarf Crown. We now have most of the gems. If we get over to Segild here and take all of that, what's the... yeah. Okay, we need a new leader. Okay, we'll just take that. Guild here is the capital. Yes, we will do that. We're going to march over here. And then... yeah. What a tragedy. New glass production methods involve thermal processes designed to introduce pre-stress into the glass that actually increases its strength. Unfortunately, this means that when glass breaks, it can release those stresses in a spectacular and dangerous way. We were reminded of this yesterday when a pair of clumsy hands at an experimental glass shop started a chain reaction of shattering pressurized glass. Almost every surface in the factory was assailed by high shards of lethal sharpness. Dozens lie dead or permanently injured, and the glass-making industry has lost a great deal of favor in the public eye. Okay. Go do that. We should be significantly faster than them, so. Orc band seeks a fight. Yeah. Let them in. Wandering Ettins. Okay. Do that. Okay, what are we doing? cleaning up. A true tragedy has occurred. Our manufacturing facilities took severe damage in the recent explosion. It saddens us to hear of this, and we can only hope nobody attempts to capitalize on this disaster. Let this be a lesson for everyone of the risks involved in research and manufacturing. But who would use glass in such a way? Okay. Damn them. Taking a coup guild here. And we need to convert more of the gobos. We're actually going to core this. And this. And this. 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 Okay. So that guy there, that guy there, guy there. Stack wipe. That, that, that. Okay, we're going to bombard the fort. We can also bring this army back together. And have it move back to capital. Okay, we're going to take this tech. There we go. Crack a Drimvor. Annul treaties. Coup killed here. Nope, I don't want to take that. Yeah, we'll take this. This is 3430. Um, 36. Skaldamir. Crack a Drimvor. Yep, that one. Half orcish majority flee. Good. Mortars. Okay, let's see what we can take. What is, yep, that would be what's costing so much. Okay, we'll just take that instead. cutting-edge glass. The tragedy at Orghelovar was a reminder of how dangerous our craft is. Glass can have an explosive temper, but now some of the crueler minds in our military have begun to think of ways to direct that temper at our enemies. The victims we've seen were lacerated beyond recognition and permanently immobilized, as every muscle movement involves driving a shard of glass into soft tissue. It is truly a fate worse than death for our foes. But is the honor we stand to lose by using these bullets greater than the glory we stand to gain by decisively reclaiming our homeland? Too cruel, too effective. Military engineer. Upgrade the rail, fight it with fire. We want to convert actions, build spy network. We're actually going to real quick declare war on them. That'll break Ibivar off of the coalition. Take more military power. We'll destroy the workshop and build a star fort instead. Keep our current candidate. Something. Dwarven. Serpent's Rot. Okay. Good. Finally beating the Serpent's Rot. That's not the way I expected to beat it. Festival. Digging operation, Gorbodad. We will finally get that up to hold level 5. We also need, military engineer. Too cruel, too effective. How quickly our fears have come true. Our military is insisting on creating a weapon to harness the forces we saw during the factory explosion for use in direct combat. The technology already exists. If we deny this motion, it will surely end up in the wrong hands and perhaps even used against us. While it saddens us, for our own security, we must support this research. Just 10% land fire damage. Pretty brutal. Actually just going to upgrade this. Got Goblin refugees, let them in. Leader. Good one. Do that. Continue drilling. Start drilling. Okay. Expedition menu. Rod 9. 9's the expedition. Start preparations. Raise morale. Prepare supplies. Organize the troops. Map terrain. Yes, it's that one. In. Expedition party preparations, 10,000. Start expedition. Future of science. Let's put this new glass to use. Half orcish majority flee. Few more to purge, then we'll be good. Taxes. Go. Malfunctioning golem. We want admin. Also want trade power. When a new material becomes available, the next thing to do is find uses for it. As warfare evolves, more devastating variations of hot lead, a material like sapphire or glass, with unprecedented hardness and relative cheapness, becomes increasingly attractive for its potential use in armor. Heavy armored troops have proven too immobile for modern warfare, but it is possible that sheets of metal plated with sapphire glass could offer great protection with as little weight as possible. When is our truce up? Truce with... Okay, we got 5 years. Kinda wanna go in for Seguild here. Control minority grows. We want to Upgrade the Dwarven, rebuild the rail. Construction continues. Upgrade the rail. Send out some scouts. Conversion. Good. Forgot to grab these areas. We will grab them along with the rest in the next war. Good. More and more half-orcs will flee. Half-orcish majority purged. Good. Digging operation, all of Daltungir. Upgrade the rail. And deepening the capital. Let's go. Ostentatiously strike the carnal earth. Yep, this is the deepest level we can get for Orghelovar. The bedrock. When constructing a hold, there are many things to consider. Among others, the rock must be relatively workable, the area must be fairly geologically stable, and civil planning must handle air and water flows, and there must be ample room for future expansion. However, during our recent expansion of the capital hold, we seem to have hit the world's bottom. A seemingly infinite layer of tough volcanic rock, slightly warm to the touch, is what President Odar Steelbar sees when looking at the recently finished new bottom floor of Orghelovar. Our digging expert claims that it would be practically futile to attempt to continue expanding downwards, and we are better off accepting that this is the end. This is truly a momentous occasion, yet somber. Since time immemorial, Dwarven society and digging holds tend to be heavily conjoined, and the idea that there would one day be an end to the digging seems absurd. No known Dwarven ancestral tale mentions anything like this. Perhaps the future dwarves will revere Odar Steelbar the Excavator? And we are just gonna take, we'll take Zealous. Okay. Let me build, get a new, better leader. Okay. Does Cell Guild here have any allies? No. How many? How much do they have? Only 14,000. We'll just send 2 armies down to deal with them. Gorberdad. Half-orcish majority flees. Good. New thinkers arise. Chosen wisely. Okay. Oh, we need to core this as well. Orcish majority purged. Upgrade. Want to enhance the mercantilism. Okay. Rebuild. Upgrade. Okay. Time to conquer Sigiled here. Rail. Reconstruction continues. This should be everything. Correct. Old ruined rails. I'm gonna just go ahead and core everything and hope that that fixes it. Oh, found the province. We're just gonna go like that. Okay. There we go. Occupy that. There. 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 Okay. Establish ideas. Protecting life is something many scientists strive for, be it by creating new weapons to provide greater security, or inventing new ways to protect against harm. What Orghelovar needs is a strong new protective armor to safeguard our soldiers. It is clear that to everyone that warfare is undergoing drastic changes. Muskets and cannons are poised to dominate the battlefield of tomorrow, but the Orghelovar armor of today cannot protect against them. Using sapphire glass in armor is easier said than done. It is obvious that glass should be paired with a metal for structure, ergonomic, or economic reasons, but how? Two craftsmen have come up to the council with ideas. First, a glass expert by the name of Brockier, who helped develop sapphire glass, proposes armor made of sheets of glass which are held to each other by a framing of mild steel. This reliance on glass means we will need to have thick sheets which could have drawbacks. However, the steel is cheap and the glass workers are confident their new material can outclass metal in almost every aspect. Besides, this gives dwarfs that brought us the new glass a chance to continue working for the state. A second idea comes from a young apprentice by the name of Grunhild. She would like to fabricate a super armor out of thin sheets of mithril, and then have the plates of sapphire glass adhere to them as an extra shell. She claims this is the way to create light, shadow-resistant armor. She may be right, but she's also inexperienced. Much of her required technology does not exist, and we owe her nothing. I don't know. Let's give the young lady a try. Okay. What we want is this road. that road. We really need Diplo ideas for the extra war score, province war score reduction. Let me see what the cartels want. Dwarven wants a new manufactory. Of course, it'll have one. New deity. Siege ability, obviously. Send this guy back that way. Half-orcish majority. What's our absolutism at? Technothermaturgy. Kind of want to start expanding. Don't think there's going to be anything in here, no. We're gonna take this. Harsh treatment, harsh treatment. Harsh treatment. That should give us, yeah. I really want that extra admin efficiency. It's 49. We'll actually send this army up. Good riddance. Convert. Is there anything else we can do? How old is our current ruler? What else can we do? Onwards. We want to get rid of these guys and these guys. Alrighty. healed here. It's done. Claim that. Claim that. There. Obsidian Warband. Let us fight. Do this. Alrighty. Increase of gnomish tolerance. Yeah. Put them in. Accept. There we go. Spy network. Bugbears. Charge. Okay, all of these to get this need to be development 11. Okay, we are going to go with encourage development, and just gonna get rid of all of the workshops, and just build these. No need to waste points, mana points for no reason. We're just gonna let that tick for a little bit. I'm just gonna look at my phone real quick. Alrighty, there we go. Purge some orcs. Good. Going deeper. Dwarven. Okay. Develop this. Riddance. When can I proclaim hegemony again? Where is that modifier? 6 more years. And we want to take away... This gives 5. Okay. I'm gonna take this. And now deal with that. Okay. Also want to build this, this, this. Build all of those. Avdaltungir is now hold level 8. That's good. Good, that's good. That's good. Development at least 11. Release the volcano. Through great effort and expense, we have not only restored Gurburad, but also reconstructed the hold's old workshops to suit our own needs. Channeled magma, once used to smelt ore and metal, is now used cheaply and efficiently to melt glass and fuel furnaces. The black roost and airborne ash from the molten rock give this glass an intriguing black shimmer. While it might not be natural obsidian, we have named these wares obsidian glass in memory of Gurburad's old obsidian mines. And we get goods produced 16 up to I think that's a national goods produced modifier. Yeah, I think that was a national goods produced modifier. Dang it. Should have declared war on them. There's something I can do, though, that might get rid of them. We want 36. 36. I'm gonna raise an army right here. And not just for fun, we'll bring one up over here. That takes us over force limit, but that's not really much of an issue. You can just do this. There we go. Core that, core that, core that. Money is always good. We want... Oh, kind of wanted to take that, but my mind blanked out for a moment. We want to take... admin power. Going deeper. Create the Dwarven rails, standard uniforms. Also, no, want that. A can drill. I can drill. Expeditionary party. Doing good. Uvari and Elisna. Looks like Burning Spear came out on top in the whole, forget what that disaster is called. With Grunhit agreeing to help, it is time to get to work. The glass-working armorsmith has put together a list of material needs, and we will need to provide them. A steady supply of raw mithril going directly into our workshop will take some time to set up, as will assembling a full team of the requisite experts. Fortunately, since time and money are the two resources us dwarves have in abundance. This new prototype has shown great promise. Sadly, it uses mithril, and our supply of the mineral is very limited. The hold of Mithratum in the western Serpentspire was well known for its supplies of mithril ore and equipment. We should seek out this city, not only for its natural resources, but also for its technical knowledge of mithril working. Alternatively, we can try and establish trade contacts with our fellow Dwarven states in exchange for precious glassware for the mithril we need. We have that. With all the necessary materials at her disposal, we can finally see if their apprentice's concept proves successful or not. Frankly, an armor made out of glass sounds unbelievably stupid, but we have managed to make sturdy and flexible glass in the past. Perhaps the glass that combines these two qualities is not as far-fetched as it seems. The glass-plated mithril armor was a success. By drawing the mithril into even thinner sheets than standard armor, and only using enough sapphire glass to provide the surface hardness, we've created a composite mail that is lighter and stronger than anything we've seen before. Most bullets simply bounce off on it, and on a few occasions that the sapphire glass cracks, the adhesive continues to bind the mithril plates where it continued to supply a sturdy shell for the dwarf inside the suit. The mail is too expensive for general use, but would allow our more elite troops to dominate the battlefield to an even greater extent. The glass armor proving to be bulletproof was a sight to behold for everyone present. This is clearly the future of Orghelovar equipment, but one issue remains. The cost of production is far too expensive to outfit all of our troops. We need to modernize our army, as otherwise it would only make sense to outfit our most elite troops in this armor. Still, we can begin the mass production immediately. Rendering even a handful of our best soldiers bulletproof could make all the difference in battle. And we get sending magics, box of holding, stick cipher, shatterproof armor. Yep, I'll take that. Gives us yep. Gives us minus 10% fire damage received. Vorpal bullets. Can't get it, but what would Vorpal bullets give us? Yep, morale damage. Orcs flee. Build that. And we will go for that. Call in Siren Var. Send a guy here, send one here, send one here. Lone Zorn, kill it and get the minerals. Trial, I'll take that. We'll call Vomra hard arms too. Quite like all of our allies. Must pay the elite troops. Guy right here. Siege that down. Perfection lies in the detail. We will send an army up to Balvoran. Meyermaw Separatist. What's our admin efficiency at right now? 26%. Should be able to grab everything this war, hopefully. Yeah, be no problem. Send this guy over that way, or just march him this way. Main reason why I want my allies in is so they can siege down the just random stuff that I don't want to. We want diplomatic. In quiet times, Dwarven children have long played the game of Hislars and Narzan. In this game, they compete to carve a chosen rune into a rock such that no other child can find it, combining dexterity and cunning to carve the smallest and most inconspicuous rune possible. To assist in both carving and the examination, they tie together discarded glass lenses and shards from our glassworks to use it as an impromptu magnifying glass. Inspired by this process, the Enlightened Ten have tasked the scientists of Orghelovar with applying the great strides we have made in glass research to the study of magnification, offering great rewards to any of those who can produce a device powerful enough to locate their own specially carved rune on the floor of a grand cavern. The Enlightened Ten, confident in our scientists, have already begun drafting plans to use such a device, including the examination of our own specialty glass and furthering our understanding of the world around us. Get those resources immediately. Send these guys up here. Do that. We're an hour and 37 right now, so I'm going to call it an episode here, and the next episode will be recorded directly after this. Have a good day. This is it.